Okay, so have you ever felt like, I don't know, like there's this background hum, something you can feel, but maybe others don't quite pick up on?
Uh-huh. That sense of disconnect, maybe, or even like a longing.
Exactly. A longing for somewhere else. Or just this feeling that, the day-to-day can't be all there is. If that sounds like you, well, stick around.
Yeah, because there's this concept we're looking into today, something called the Starseed Signal, and it's presented as potentially a really interesting discovery for people who resonate with that feeling.
The Starseed Signal.
Hmm.
Okay. So for anyone listening who feels that pull, maybe identifies as a star seed, this is meant to be something that helps.
That's the core promise, really. It's about activating your own gifts, supposedly, and connecting more deeply with why you're actually here, on Earth, I mean.
Right. Not just feeling adrift. So what is it exactly?
Well, at its core, it's an audio track, a specific one, a powerful 432 hertz frequency audio track.
432 hertz. I've heard about that frequency. It's supposed to be quite harmonious, right?
Yeah.
Natural?
Yes, often linked to nature's patterns. And the idea here is that this track is specifically designed to gently stimulate the pineal gland.
The pineal gland,
Yeah.
often called the cosmic antenna or the third eye in some circles. So it's like tuning your inner radio.
Kind of, yeah. The thinking is by using this frequency, it might help starseeds feel more grounded here, lessen that
Yeah.
homesickness, maybe.
And unlock things. Dormant powers, it says here. That sounds pretty big.
Yeah, dormant powers or maybe just abilities, inner gifts, potential you haven't quite tapped into yet. That's the claim.
Okay, and how does it work? Is it just the frequency?
It's presented as a mix, really. They talk about combining ancient knowledge with cutting-edge research.
Intriguing. So connecting maybe Earth's own frequencies with these specific starseed activation tones.
That seems to be the angle, yes.
Wow.
Linking the terrestrial with the, well, supposedly celestial.
What really jumps out at me, though, is how simple they make it sound.
Mm.
Like, you don't need hours and hours.
Right. The suggestion is just 5 minutes a day. That's it.
Yeah. 5 minutes. That's really manageable. And for that, they're suggesting you could experience profound shifts, less homesickness, like you said, and actually activating these inner gifts.
That's the proposition. A small daily practice for potentially significant internal changes. It certainly lowers the barrier to entry, doesn't it?
It really does. Okay, so let's just quickly recap the core idea. If you feel that sense of displacement, that maybe you don't quite fit or you're drawn to something more.
Then the Starseed Signal is this audio track, specifically 432 hertz,
Aimed at your pineal gland, your inner antenna, sort of.
to help you feel more at home here on Earth and potentially unlock some hidden abilities or potential.
And the commitment, just 5 minutes daily listening.
Exactly. It's framed as a simple tool to potentially bridge that gap between feeling out of place and finding a deeper connection and purpose.
So look, maybe this whole starseed idea sounds a bit out there to some, or maybe it resonates deeply with you.
And individual experiences will vary, of course. That's always the case with things like this.
Absolutely. But if you do feel that pull, that sense of, I don't know, being wired a bit differently, maybe it's worth being curious about.
It raises interesting questions about perception, connection, and the tools people use to explore their inner worlds.
Yeah, definitely. Just imagine what possibilities could open up if that feeling of just not quite belonging started to shift. Something to think about.
A provocative thought indeed. How do we find our place and what helps us connect?
Well, that's our look into the Starseed Signal for today. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
My pleasure. Always fascinating to explore these different perspectives.